Hello everyone, this is going to be a slightly quicker video just for the new event that's currently going on in Master Duel. Let me go to that page. Alright, yeah, the Duel Triangle Event between Fusion, Xyz, and Lynx. The format is seemingly diverse. I've played a couple games and I played against a different deck every time, all of which seem competent. For Xyz, I played against Snake Eye Fire King, and they're like leaning more into the Fire King cards, it seemed. And then for Link, I played against like Sky Striker and stuff. And obviously, I can't play against Fusion, so I've heard Lunalight is pretty popular, so I'm sure people are playing outs to towers and stuff, which does not affect us, which is nice. So, like for example, like Lava Golems and such don't affect us here. Alright, let's go back to the deck list. Alright, and here's the list. This is what I played in a handful of games. It may not be 100% optimal, but honestly it doesn't need to be. This event isn't hard. I mean, it's branded from like, half a year ago with like 2 masquerades added because the other decks in the event all look to be like super mega combo decks, and having 1 or even 2 of these on the field kills people like all the time. There was a game where I ended on Mirror Jade plus 2 of these plus like a back row with Quem on the field, and it's like they activated like 4 cards, finally got rid of 1 of these, and it's like they're already so hurt, it's just that they have no chance. So they gave up and left. Anyway, so that's where the deck performs well, is what I'm trying to say. I'll just go through quickly card by card because I'm not going to bother to leave a deck link in the description like I usually do, because I mean, it's just the event. It's not worth like keeping up a perpetual link for, because in like 2 weeks this will be gone. Anyway, Droll, Tragedy, Agent Chain, Fallen of Albaz, 2 of his alt arts, 3 Alibur alt art, Mercurier, Springen's Kit, Tier Limit Shiren. If you do not have Shiren, and I wouldn't blame you, where is it? You could run Havness, or is Merrily banned? Oh, Merrily's banned, I guess. And then that's, you could if you wanted to, but you could run the tier fusions and run like a tier limits branded in this event, which would probably be like pretty good too. But for this event, I'm just running branded. If you wanted to run the tier version, you could cut the patchwork engine and then just add like, 2 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this, and you're good to go. Alright, moving on. Oh, and of course him. Alright, so Shiren, 2 Cartesia, 2 Quem, 3 Fuelos, obviously exceedingly powerful in this event because everybody's extra deck focused. Bistio Magnemut, Saronir, Drua's Worm, Shrouded, Ad Libitum. I feel like Ad Libitum is pretty good in this deck because I'm playing Guardian Chimera and Predaplant Dragus Tapelia. So he tends to get a lot of value. I haven't used him too often, but the 2 times I did, he was as powerful as he generally is. 2 Bistio Lebellion. This was 3, but I cut 1 to play a Shiren. 2 Polymerization, Burial, Gold Sarcophagus, Grass Looks Greener, Fright for Patchwork, 3 copies of Fusion Deployment, a Branded and White, Branded Fusion, which is limited to 1 in this event, 3 Triple Tactics Thrust, Branded Lost, Super Poly, limited to 1 in this event. 3 Forbidden Droplet, 1 Branded Opening, also limited to 1 in this event. So that's like how Branded was hit, basically. They limited this, this, and this. 3 Branded in High Spirits. Also just generally extremely good. Branded in Red. 1 Sword. You could cut this if you don't care for the card, but I think it's good. Branded Banishment, Fusion Duplication, 2 copies of Retribution. Now that Branded Fusion is back to 1, we play 2 of this again, 1 to combo, 1 to reset. For the extra deck, it's Dragostapelia, Titaniclad, Albion, the Fusion one, Despian Coertus, 2 copies of Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, 2 of Mirror Jade, Lubellion the Searing, Granguinal the Dusk, Rinbrum the Striking, Albion the Sanctifier, Chaos Star Source, and Guardian Chimera. Now, there's a lot of ultra rares here, and I imagine a lot of people playing this deck may be doing so from the starter deck that they've just like upgraded a bit. So let me go through and budget this up for like the average player. So you don't need that, you don't need that. We're going to get rid of Grass because we're going way down in card size. We get rid of Super Poly, get rid of the Thrusts. You should have these deployments. They're from the Cyber Dragon structure deck, 1500 gems. Cut 1 of them. Thrust is gone, so we don't need that. Cut the Patchwork Engine. Uh-oh. I think I might have cut something I shouldn't have. I'll go over it. That's okay. Some people probably... Oh, this can go. Some people probably won't have 2 copies of this guy just laying around. So, if you do, good. If you don't, he goes. And then, let me give this deck a quick once-over since I think I may have removed a card. I'll just pause the recording and come back with the... once I've double-checked. Alright, well, this is... if I cut a card by accident, you saw what I did. At a glance, I can't find what's missing, if anything. Also, Quem can go to 1 if you don't have 2 Quem. For the extra deck, we're just going to add in some not ultra rare fusion monsters that are pretty good. Oh, I think it's Super Poly. Is that... Yeah, Super Poly I accidentally cut. Cool, I found the card. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. I wasn't crazy. Don't hit save. Because I actually plan on going back to the original deck. Alright, so most people should have 2 of Granguinal because this is from the starter campaign. If you don't, you just play 1. I'll add a 16th card in case you don't have 2 of this for some reason. Let's say you only could get 1 of the structure deck and so on. Other than that, it's kind of like the generic targets. Like, for example, Starving Venom's a pretty good one. This may be pretty good in this event because a lot of the Xyz and Link decks, in general, like to end on really big monsters sometimes, and this is just like a generic out to it. Like, super easy to make. It's even a Super Poly target for anti against like dark decks. Another good one is Proskenian. What else do we got? I'm just thinking. You have the lower rarity Albaz monsters. Oh, helps if I actually click into the client and not my recording software. Let's see. Yeah, Sprind and I wouldn't play Brigrind, but he's an option. I think Sprin's better. If you're running into a shitload of dragons, like Albalanatus is pretty good. But I don't think this is like a very dragon-heavy event. And yeah, that's what you got. So the deck plays like you would expect. It's literally just branded, but from like 6 months ago or so. Or no, the cards got unhit like way longer than that. It's like a year, almost a year now. It's like branded from like a year ago, basically. There's not too much to say about the deck. It's literally just branded, except we can't play Verte on Anaconda. And they limited a couple of the cards again. You know, Branded Fusion to 1, Branded Opening to 1, and Super Poly to 1, since fusion decks are really good. Alright, let's, I'll show a replay. I'm not going to show a bunch of replays, because it's literally just branded. Alright, this is the one game I'll show you. It's against Sky Striker. It's the only game where I played for more than like a handful of card activations on the opponent's turn or whatever. I don't know if this deck list is optimal. I don't care. It looks like it's, you know, Sky Striker with the new cards as well, like zeros in here. So I assume this is at least decently optimal, if not like pretty close. Alright, let's get into the game. I play it on normal speed so I can talk about what I'm doing as we go. As you see, they get to go first. Unfortunately, if we go first, we basically automatically win the game, so that means I actually have to play this game. I'll fast forward for their turn. Do this in the end phase because I want to get Druid's Worm before my turn comes around. Alright. So I'll talk through my plays as I make them. I set up Issue Lebellion, grab Saronir because I already have Druid's Worm in hand. Druid's Worm hit that thing because it's, you know, just a target I can hit that's not my own Lebellion. This is going to allow me to Druid's Worm away this card before it's used for anything, forcing them to drop it preemptively. Which means this Bishu Lebellion was never going to resolve and play Lost from deck for me. So, they also had a Ray, or extra Ray in hand, go figure. You know, but it is what it is. So unfortunately we have to continue playing the game. Gonna deploy for Albaz here to force some interaction from them, because they can't. If this resolves, they automatically lose the game, and I know I have a lot more I can do after this, so this just forces them to do this already. And I know their only remaining interaction is, where is it? They searched it. And I can't imagine they didn't say it. It's the new spell. Where is it? Oh, this thing. Lemnis Gate, which is basically a bounce. They're going to bounce 1 to 2 cards. Alright, going back. Going for Grand Guignol here. I'm going to pitch Albion the Shrouded. That way I can get to Branded Fusion. They have basically no way to stop me from doing this. Gonna go right for Rinbrum here because I plan on making Mirror Jade with Kit. So the way I'm doing it is that I wanted to send Kit to the graveyard so Quim can immediately reborn her, get this Forbidden Droplet out of my hand that I probably just don't need anymore. Like, yeah, it would be nice to have, but at the same time I can get rid of it. Gonna make Mirror Jade here, and then throw down his banish immediately because I want to get rid of this Rose, and also force this before, you know, I just like run over them and kill them. But I go to battle phase and like you can see I have plenty of damage. And then they just scoop it up. I don't think I had lethal, but like they're up against like full branded board, and like Red Albion is going to be activating in the end phase. I'll set like, you know, branded in red or whatever, and they're just so far like gone in the game in terms of like resources that it's just unplayable. All right, let's go back to the deck screen and I'll just talk us out of here. So yeah, basically, like, I mean, it's branded. It's branded from like just over a year ago or whatever. I'm playing Shiren for fun because she is the best of the Tyrants that you can main deck. She's not. You could play two of her if you really wanted to, and we're like super into it. But she makes like a free Masquerade, free Predaplan Dragostapelia. She's your best target on turn 3, or even sometimes turn 2, because like let's say you do your normal turn 1, and then on like turn 3 you branded fusion again and pitch her alongside Albaz for Lubellion, and that'll trigger both of these in sequence. And then this is just, she just makes a second boss monster for you, basically, whether it be Masquerade, Predaplan Dragostapelia, or, you know, whatever. But that's the deck, you know. Hope you enjoyed it. The event is not hard. I've won every game I've played so far. Like, I don't know, that Branded is probably one of the best decks in the event, if I had to guess, certainly for the fusion ones. I know Lunalight's also really good, but we're not playing against Lunalight, and we're just favored in a lot of the matchups, it seems. So, thanks for watching. Go farm your gems. See ya.